How's it going, y'all? Today, we're going to be taking a look at GM Northbury. This is a Garry's Mod port that's available for download on mod.io for Bonelab. And it was ported by the creator, Toxic. Now, Toxic is a newer name for the channel. I don't know too much about them. It's possible I may have played one of their maps in the past already, but I don't recall the name right off the top of my head. But if this map is any sign of what we might be able to expect from them, I hope to be able to find many more maps by this, or at least the very least ported by this creator in the future. Now, something I do want to point out. This is a Garry's Mod map, like I mentioned, and the reason that I decided I would rather tour this map on Bonelab instead of Garry's Mod is for a number of reasons. Number one, and the most clear reason, would be that I do not have Garry's Mod VR prepared on my recording PC. Secondly, Bonelab is kind of my forte at this point, whether I like it or not, and it's just easier for me to set up, as well as the fact that I feel like Bonelab does a good job of staying true to the Garry's Mod ports, with the obvious exception of doors and vehicles, and this was probably movable in the original map, so there are some hitches that occur when transferring maps from the original source engine to the Marrow 1 engine. But despite all that, I'm still very excited to get into this, and I see that Toxic had accounted for that, and they have opened some doors for us, so we don't have to worry about that. So we'll go ahead and jump in. We'll start looking at some of these houses, and while I do so, I'll explain what I had to do to find this map. So, as you can tell, we have a much wider field of view now because I tweaked some settings, and I really believe that we are dialed in. I believe that our VR setting, our PSVR settings, are officially dialed in. I think we're going to be able to get the best out of our VR experience now. It's funny, I recognize these paintings because they're part of a model pack that I use for Garry's Mod myself. This is a pretty big house. Floor plan's ridiculous. These are some big doors too. It's like an 8-foot door. Yep, all these models, I recognize all of them. I can see, of course, the animations for the computers are frozen as well, because this little line here typically blinks on the command prompt. The ambiance in this is pretty cool too, and it reminds me of something that I have to bring up. Ooh, that texture did not transfer peacefully. This map reminds me of a sentiment that I had expressed much earlier in a different map. As a matter of fact, Backrooms Withering Reality, which I will put up in the corner, so you can go check that out if you'd like, if you haven't seen that. And by the way, the creator of that map had seen that video and really appreciated it, and so I'm thankful for the creator, whose name I believe was myself_. Wonderful human being. I really enjoyed that map, and there was a part of the map that brought me back to a time when I was preparing for an evacuation from a hurricane, which is a typical occurrence where I live. And this looks a whole lot like the kind of weather, minus all the fog, that we typically see in South Carolina as we are preparing for a hurricane. It gets super windy. It goes overcast. This feels a whole lot like what a pre-hurricane storm feels like. This is when the arms of the hurricane are just above you, or you're getting whipped with with it coming back around, the arms coming back around at you. this is kind of what it's like. Now, I'm going to go ahead and run over here. We'll say that this map is exceptionally loud, but it may just be my headset's far too loud. I hope it doesn't end up being that loud for y'all. I did try and do a sound check before I started recording, because I've heavily simplified how it is that I'm running my recordings now and how I'm running OBS. And so hopefully we'll be in a place here where we feel comfortable with our settings, just enough to feel like we know what we're doing now. Man, I tell you, well, I cannot tell you how much I miss CRT computer monitors. I genuinely miss them a lot. There's an attic. We'll have to go up there. Now, going into the description, I did not just only go into the description of this map on mod.io. Oh man, look at that monster. I had almost the exact TV when I was little. I went into not only the description of this map on mod.io, but also the original Steam Workshop file for its download in the Gary's Mod Workshop. And what it had to say is that there is, in fact, let's see if I can climb up this. There is, in fact, a secret tunnel that connects a couple of the houses here. Now, seeing as the ladders don't work, I'm going to have to spawn in the Nimbus. This will have to be our little tool for getting around. Oh, come on. Okay. Couple crates, man. Couple computers. This reminds me of a house that I had mentioned I urbexed in Austria. I mentioned that in my abandoned mall video. This is a huge attic. It'd be a waste for this just to be an attic. You could have put an entire complete floor up here, finished floor up here. And look, man, look at these trusses. Those are huge. Okay. Moving on. I do notice that it's a little bit jittery. I wonder what I got to do, if it's a bitrate thing or what. If y'all know how I need to go about making the VR a little bit cleaner, y'all would go ahead and tell me in the comments. I don't know if it's going to be, if y'all are going to be able to pick it up on your end, or if it's just user end, or what it is. But it's quite irritating, I'm going to tell you that. Oh, this one is a backyard. Let's start off back there first. Oh, man. And let me guess, looking into the void. Yep, nothing out there. This is one of the things that I absolutely love. It's just a little hidden spooky magic about source game maps, is they're always built over a void. Oh, yes, man. Okay, starting in this house here. Seems everybody shops at the same furniture stores. Strange. Big old bathroom. What else we got? Another gaming PC. We got some gamers in this neighborhood. It's like somebody asked ChatGPT for an AI rendition of the inside of a PC and then UV mapped it onto the side of a piece of geometry. This wallpaper reminds me of Toy Story. You know what? I used to have a wall. As a matter of fact, in the very room that I'm standing in before we renovated it back 10 years ago, we used to have an entire wall that was kind of like this, but the doors were more divided. It was like a cabinet here and here, two here, and then there were a bunch of miniature cabinets above it. But it spanned a whole wall. And, yeah, kind of miss wood paneling a little bit. but, you know, you move on. Oh, books. Yes, man. Love seeing what books are being put in games. Of course, it's all blurry. I see Japanese down there. Social processing, something like that. Java in Japanese, I believe. Let's see, there's a little bit more down here. Oh, this is the laundry room. One thing I'm not seeing is I don't see any driveways. I don't know why it took me this long to pick up on that, but there aren't any driveways. Got these guys. I haven't downloaded any car mods only because I don't know if it's just me, but driving in Bonelab is miserable. It actually kind of stinks. Yeah. Oh, that was really uncalled for. I don't like driving in Bonelab. It's honestly driving in VR just kind of stinks in general. Maybe it's just I haven't tried the right games, or I should say, driving without a wheel. Oh, that's some classic Source stuff right there. I just modeled out a map that I did exactly this because the chairs are so small in proportion to the different appliances. Nothing is one-to-one. I just used this model as well for a fast food restaurant that I'm staging for for any future films that I want to make. Because what I do is I shoot all my short films, a lot of my short films in front of green screens, and then I do the backdrops in Gary's mod, and I take screenshots, and then I put my characters in. And that's kind of been my primary way of getting away with making 3D backdrops. If you want to see an example of that, I did actually an entire film with that. Put that up in the corner for y'all. It was pretty fun. It was a mob film about a couple of kids who end up robbing the mob, and the mob doesn't actually kill them. They just put them to work. But then the mob wants to clean up after the job. And so the kids split and they get out of there. And so it's like pretty much a clone of the same other house that we've seen. I mean, I can't believe these would all get too different. But anyway, yeah, so they go on to escape the mob. And the whole film is shot in front of a green screen, in front of a couple green screens, as a matter of fact. And yeah, then all the backdrops are in Gary's mod. Now, I'd almost believe that this is like a retirement community of some sort, or an elderly living, and everyone parks over here like caretakers and such, and everyone lives at home, but they don't leave because it's all maybe hospice or something. It's almost what this tells me is these are all employees and caretakers, and they walk to the individual units to take care of their patients. Now, what happened here? Pile of trash? Someone's been squatting here, I can tell that much. Ooh, if those have fallen. This, is not very sturdy. I'll try and go up there in a sec once I get around. Yeah, I can see. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, well, there's nothing left. It's like a microwave. I really hate the sound of my own footsteps in video games. It's really, really horrible. Someone's been squatting up there too. There's a whole dang mattress. Oh, that was so weird. I went and I actually touched my water bottle on my desk when I touched that. And I was so caught off guard. I was like, oh my gosh, it's real. The haptics are real. Yep, okay. I'm going to try and go up there now. That's something I don't understand. Now, actually, that looks like you can get apple cider bottles that are that shape, that are jug shaped, and I love them. But that's what I've always wondered is if you don't have any money and you're homeless or, you know, or what have you, or you're on the poverty line, why are you spending your money on alcohol? It's super expensive. There's a special tax on it, and you're not doing yourself any favors. But I've never been in such a situation, fortunately. Maybe they're onto something. I don't know. I don't drink. And get up on the roof. Get a view of the town. Oh yeah, man. I can only imagine this being a hangout spot for ne'er-do-wells. There's the neighborhood. Oh, and there's more over there. I kind of thought that was just like a skybox. There's like a whole other half to this. I've only seen half of it. Dang. Okay. Well, let's do something dangerous and hop down here. I see you can't pass through the branches like you can in Gary's mod. So I'll just get down here. And we'll jump over this. What in the world? Got the wind knocked out of me. Okay. We kind of took a look at the park already during my intro. There's not a lot to see over there, but that building over there, let's go take a look at that. I think it's just another house, but this is honestly a really cool little spot. I'm still working too on trying to figure out what the camera actually sees, because I've noticed, maybe it's different with the fisheye now, but I noticed with the original spectator view of Bonelab, it doesn't tend to see everything. No matter what is showing up. Oh, this is like a pool hall or like a community rec center, I think. That must be what this is. Which I've never actually really gotten to enjoy those. I've never lived in a place with an HOA or never lived in an apartment complex with like a common area. So this is someone's house. They just replaced the entire... Well, you know, maybe this is a bachelor pad. Maybe that's what this is. It's like 4 guys, which would actually be kind of questionable considering there's only 1 bedroom. Well, actually, maybe that's not so questionable. It's like a bunch of guys that live together. Honestly, I could see it this way. This is a pull-out couch. That's a pull-out couch. This could be maybe a pull-out couch. I don't know. And they all sleep out here. And then the guy that actually, his name is on the lease. He lives in that bedroom over there. And he's got first dibs on the shower every morning. And they all pitched in and bought a pool table because they're all irresponsible with their money. Then that makes me wonder, what are they doing in... And they got a whole ice box too, whole meat locker chest. They don't have a fridge. Oh, that's what that is. Yeah, I get you. That makes me wonder what they're doing here in, what's this called, Northbury? I mean, my first theory was that this was like a retirement or like a hospice community, some kind of senior medical facility. But if that's the case, is that like a staff common area? I mean, I suppose that could be that way. These old cars, man, I love them. We'll start over on this side. Maybe this is another common area? I don't know. Maybe just a house? Yeah, it looks like just a house. They gotta get someone to come in and wash these windows, though. These are all kind of nasty. Ooh. Now this looks like another common area. Ooh. Maybe the old one? Your stains are so bad they're floating off the wall. What's in here? Another bedroom? Just someone to have a little rest? Multiple bedrooms. Okay, this is... Maybe this is Grandma's house and she expects to have tons of grandkids over. Oh my goodness! It's a massive bathroom. I've been in some weird bathrooms in my time, but never one like this. I did once use a bathroom in just outside of Linz, Austria. Oh my goodness, Grandma's been getting busy. That's impressive. Wonder what she's doing. Oh, family photos. I once did use a bathroom just outside of Linz, Austria. That's about an hour and a half east of Salzburg. where the water closet, as they call them, I mean, we call that too, they call it a WC, or in German a WC, where it was just a skinny hallway, and at the end of the hallway, all the way back about 10-15 feet that way, was the toilet. It was super skinny, and it was probably like 3 of these tiles right here, all the way back for about 10-15 feet. There was a tiny little window up in the corner, and the toilet was all the way back there. And so when you'd be sitting on the toilet, you'd be looking down a narrow passageway. It was the creepiest thing ever. I've stayed in that apartment for a couple days when I was visiting the area with some of the other guys I worked with, and it was because we had some buddies that lived there, and that place was strange. So this comes all the way around. Okay, so you could have split the bathroom in half, had your own utility room. This is a weird place. Anyway, we got to move on. We still got a lot to see. Oh, hold on. This is like a yard. Oh! Oh. Okay. Oh! Source stairs. I got this new pistol. This thing's pretty sick. So, oh, here's the tunnel. Oh my goodness. Oh, that must be on the other side of the other room. Of the other, trap house, what do we call it? A recreational area? Yeah, we'll go with that. Why don't we go down this real quick, see what's up, and then we'll just go back and continue to explore that other half, I guess. Wait, there's like water. Oh, and the water's fully animated. All right. Oh my goodness. Grandma. Grandma, what you doing? Tiny little baby money, though. This water, I think, is supposed to be deeper than it lets on to be, because I can see boxes down there. All right. Oh, dude, it's like a whole freaking bunker. This is awesome, man. Oh, dude, this is the freaking dream right here. I'll tell you that. Oh, and you got your bathroom? Well, it's a washroom. Where's the toilet? You got tons of food. You got entertainment. I mean, I don't see... Maybe it's all in there. Your DVDs and tapes and all that. No kidding. What about in here? Dude, Grandma is onto something, dude. Or maybe she's on something. Or, option C, the people that work here are spying on the old folks that live here, trying to get a hold of all their assets. So where does this go up to then? Does this go up behind the other recreational house? Is that what this was? Is the pool table in there? That's probably the case if I had to guess. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So they're connected. Well, then let's go back and continue checking out the rest of this neighborhood. Let's see if the house next to it is open. Nope, it's not. One over there is, though. We'll go look at that one. For a second there, I thought that light post right there was a person, like Slender Man or something. This is honestly a pretty cool neighborhood. I'm going to have to do some sandbox in here. This will be really fun. Home invasion type stuff. Oh, this one's been turned over. That one's even floating. Oh, another attic. We'll have to check that out. Well, they didn't even take the computer, but they took the peripheral. Oh, no, they didn't. There's the keyboard. Where's the mouse? Where'd they put the mouse? They took the mouse. Well, dang it. They took the mouse. What is that? There are candles all over the place, like someone killed the power and still had to continue living here. Oh my goodness. Dang, bro. Someone like had to make room for breakdancing or something. Ah, the phone book. Very nice. I'll get a little too close to my desk here. Oh, it's supposed to be a candle in the other room, but all these textures didn't load in right. I see that now. Oh, right. The attic. Oh. Wrong one. So, still nothing out of the ordinary, although I don't know if I'd be lighting candles up in the attic. I don't know what the climate is like here, but there is fog, so either we're really high up or right on the water somewhere that gets a lot of fog. Which does mean there could be a whole lot of humidity. So I guess the attic could be kind of musty. Musty attic. Alright, that one's open as well. We'll check that one out. I can't remember if it said there's one tunnel that connects two houses or two tunnels that connect two different houses. Or rather, 4 houses. This one's pretty nice and modern. Open floor plan, kind of. Little transit area here. See, this is the first house that I've seen actually have, and of course doesn't work because Bonelab. This place actually has a place to park. Big old bedroom. Big old bedroom, yeah, man. Some books and such. Some jeans. Lots of counter space, that's good. Kind of where the refrigerator's standing by itself, but you know. Flat screen. Dang, dude. It's like a William Howard Taft-sized bathtub. Another gamer in the house. And that must be it for this property. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that, like, the door does not fit the opening. Oh, it's because it's got 2 doors. Oh, that's not very common that you see. 2 doors, especially one swinging in and one swinging out. Maybe they're supposed to be like cafe doors. Weird. Ooh, this house is under construction. A toilet. Sweet relief. Is there a... Does this take me somewhere? Can I get in? Can I please get in? No? Okay. I crave the blue water. So, some of y'all know. I think about 10% of y'all are actually subscribed that watch my videos, and an additional 7% of y'all are frequent viewers that are not subscribed. For some strange reason, just subscribe, please. And then the rest of y'all are not subscribed and probably have not ever seen my videos in the past. And if you're one of those people and have made it this far, well, consider subscribing. For those of you that don't know, because this is your first time here, you just haven't seen the right video, I have a background in home construction. And so anytime I see a map that involves home construction, I like to judge it. So mortar. I don't know why all this mortar, there's a lot of mortar. Where are you doing brick at? Your house is almost completely built, and this is not a common kind of insulation to see in a ceiling. All your drywall's up. For some reason, you've already framed out your door openings, and you've already trimmed them out, which makes no sense. Those kind of work lights, I don't see too many of those anymore. Radiators. I don't know why this is in here. This job site makes absolutely no sense. I'm just going to put that out there. Door? You see in this room, okay, they're acting like this is a room with bricks. You're acting like this is brick, but first off, it's got a wood texture. I'm not going to put that past you, though. I get that. But secondly, okay, actually, no, you did do a brick texture. Okay, but why are you already painting the brick? See, on the inside, it's all painted. Unless this is English, dang. Unless this is like a mass renovation. But this is all new brick. As a matter of fact, this looks like acoustic tiles. Or like a bath tile. See, like, what's going on here? What's all that? Man, I'm making way too much of a fuss out of a video game construction site. If this is actually like some kind of weird thing y'all are into seeing, why is there already a dang bed frame? That's a big bed frame, dang man. If this is like a thing y'all are into, seeing somebody with construction, dude, freaking went to Home Depot and robbed them of their freaking lumber cart, dang bro. If y'all like seeing stuff like this, shoot, let me know in the comments. I think it'd be really funny to go to job sites in video games and judge them. I know I'd enjoy that. Alright, this must be food storage and employee caretaker common area with a grocery store to make the old folks feel like they're actually doing something. I actually like this. What kind of magazines are the old folks into? Cars and horses. That's what I'm seeing. Cars and horses. And then fast cash. So you can give your kids $50 for their birthdays. So that's something. Is there an opening? I think so. Yep, a little playground, another playground. What about on the other side? No. Oh, but that house. I'll go take a look at that house. Unless we already have. In which case, I guess it don't really matter. They're all the same anyway. Oh, and this one's got a staircase going up there. Dang, okay. But it's like a it's an unfinished attic, and so why would you have an exposed staircase going up there, coming down into a finished space? Big bathroom. Bedroom, another gamer. Dude, the LAN parties in this place, if they're all on like a local network, you could have some insane LAN parties. Just a bunch of old grandmas playing Skyrim or something. Or Minecraft. Oh my gosh, the stairs actually work? Wait, hold on. Just pushing forward. That's amazing. I can't believe that actually works. What the heck? That's awesome. Lots of storage. Old folks got a lot of storage. Oh, not Grandpa's tools. It's funny, I've kind of sold myself on this hypothesis that this map is just a big hospice care center. Or assisted living. When indeed it could be something totally different. Well, this is a pretty incredible map. I actually really like this. There's not much to it, but it presents a wonderful atmosphere. I just wish that I kind of wish that this would be a lot more dynamic. I mean, I understand it's a port, but like to have creepy stuff in here, sounds, you know, a lot of Garry's Mod maps. That's like a staple of a good Garry's Mod map. Is it's got it's got like a hidden room that's playing eerie music. You know, whether it's like I don't know if it's a basement or if it's an attic or a bedroom that you can only get into through a vent, or you know, there's like a tunnel or something with like a skull in it, or the weird Eskimo baby girl doll or something like that. Stuff like that would be so cool to have in Bonelab. I truly feel like Bonelab is the Garry's Mod of VR. But there are some things that still are kind of missing. But I still love this. I think this map was super cool. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link to it for download for Bonelab in the description, as well as the original source file, the original Steam Workshop file for it down there. If you'd like to support the channel, I'd appreciate a subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel a little further, I've got links for that down in the description. And if you have recommendations for future videos, y'all go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to take a look. And until that next video, y'all take care.